And I still struggle with it because right now I'm saying shit that, as you can tell, that I'm physically bothered. My energy is moving and changing because, I'm talking about something I know I clearly shouldn't. Let me just go on and say that motherfucker pissed me off. Okay? And that nigga has not been here since then. I have not talked to him since then. Let me just be crystal clear on that. You cannot force the issue with me. You can't make me do something that I'm not ready to do. And, but let me go back to the statement, I don't think you got it like that. And so um, I felt like it was a plot and a ploy to actually see what it was that Tina is working with, to see if I really got it like that. And you know, I just feel that way. It could be the total opposite. It could be everything that he says that it is. And it's just my own paranoia. You know what I mean? But I feel something about all this right here. I really fucking do. And that is why I stay under surveillance. I keep my shit locked up and armed. All that old type of shit. Because this world is crazy. I'm well aware of that. And, haven't had, even just friends, to come in and befriend you to just simply see what you have. And once they see what you got and what you working with, a lot of motherfuckers can't deal with that. And men can be just as much of a hater as chicks can be. Let me be crystal clear. Men can be haters just like a woman can be. And it looks crazy as hell when it's coming from a man. How the fuck you gonna hate on some shit and you with this motherfucker? For real? That sounds stupid and crazy as hell, but nigga, this is real life. Yeah, this shit goes down. This is some real shit I'm speaking on. Not some shit that I read up on or I done seen go on in other motherfuckers' lives. No. In real life and real shit, yeah, this kind of shit goes down. You know? And one thing that I did not like is he was actually taking pictures of shit in my house. I don't know if I need to stop this motherfucking video and restart again or what. But that sent me over the moon. That sent me over the moon. Now, now that I done said it, I might as well go ahead on and, speak on some things. My bathroom isn't completely finished. My shower is not done. It's not finished. And for him, he was just simply his okay. Damn. Fuck. I'm getting things done in here in the house, as you guys know. Oh my god, my spirit. But you know what I'm saying? My energy is like, okay. And, of course, by him being, the man in my life, he's been, babe, you don't have to go through all these things by yourself. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you and help you get through whatever you're going through. And damn, how am I gonna be the man in your life if, you're not letting me be in. You're not putting me in. It's like I'm a man on the outside looking in, and you're trying to make shit happen and do things on your own, and you don't have to do that. I'm here to help you. Well, for me, it's kind of hard for me to relinquish that type of control. You know what I mean? Right now, because um, that's why I don't do videos every day. I don't do videos every day. I can't. Because I don't know how the fuck you can talk about your own shit every day. Especially if you telling the truth. If you telling the truth, it's hard to talk about your shit every day. And now if you on here bullshitting and you lying, baby, this it's the storyline. Just keep going. You know what I mean? And if you listen for a while, it's gonna be some shit, some inconsistencies there, because You can't stick with that long term. But when you're talking about your own personal shit, anyway, um, I had a company that was coming to, complete my steam shower. I'm having a full steam shower put in the house. You guys been knowing that for a long time. Okay. But with these type of renovations and these type of upgrades, cost a little piece of change. So when you're just a single working mother, there's a budget. And then to still continue to have all of this engine running by yourself, it costs a great deal of coin. And to get your things done right, I only want to fix this shit one time. So, um, me going back and forth and discussing this with him, as soon as he came, he's like, well, babe, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help get this done for you. I'm not going to hate on it because that has been an issue in the past. A lot of my shit is not done. You can't be with a person that's hating on you and hating on and trying to stunt your fucking growth. And that has been that's what's been pretty much going on, and you trying to sabotage my growth. And so that is one reason why, a lot of my shit is not done. And so, and then in the midst of this past year, it's been a lot going on, to whereas to be focused to get shit finished has been a task for me. Um, and so it's just been some things going on. And then him being new into my life, he's trying to come in and trying to fix things and trying to make things right. I don't blame him for that. As a man that, says that he cares for me and is concerned. But it made me feel a particular kind of way when, we're in here and we're talking, and now you start taking pictures of the compound. Nigga, that was unsettling to my spirit. And the pictures that he took was he was taking these pictures of the shower portion of my bathroom. My bathroom is a nice size. The toilet the toilet area is completely separate from where my tub is, where my shower is. It's like it's really nice, okay? It's really really nice. But the shower isn't complete. All of the things are there, but it's not operable, okay? I had to halt that job. And when I halted it, I just, when something is overwhelming to me, like my website and different things, when it gets overwhelming to me, I just cut it loose. I got to just table this to another time. I can't be everything and do everything and be everything to everybody. Sometimes your engine is running so fast, you just got to cut the shit off and just say, look, check this out. I need a break. You know what I mean? Leave me alone for a minute. I can't do all things. And with that shower, it put such a bad taste in my mouth the way that went down. I'm not gonna get into all the specifics, but after that, I just shut down with it. I just shut down and I just left it alone. This is not the only bathroom in my house. I'm not getting ready to do this right now. I got other things going on that this cannot be my nemesis nor my focus. So that's just the way that I left it. So when he came, and he knows that this has been a bother for me, right off the top, he was like, well, baby, let me see let me see. And of course, as a man, when he looked at it, he's like, baby, for real? You going through all this, you tripping out and you pissed off and you tight over something that is so minute and so simple. And the thing is, a lot of this shit is Mickey Mouse shit that's left. Little tedious shit. Like right here, I ran out of flooring. Okay. And so right there at the foyer of my room, the flooring is not completed. You just go down there and just go get more flooring. Just tell them you need a couple more boxes and you be done with it. You okay? But in the midst of the job, when I had to halt the job, I just walked away. I just washed my hands, but I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. And then at the time, you know, once again, when you are surrounded by people that they let me say this. A lot of times people don't want to see you doing bad, but they damn sure don't want to see you doing better than them. And when you seemingly have a step above, or you're doing something that another person is just not doing yet, it doesn't mean that you will never get there. It just means that you're just not there yet. Be patient with the progress and with the process. If you're doing good things and you're sowing good seeds, then you're going to have the same thing. It's just the fact that you have not reached that yet. It doesn't have nothing to do with educational level. It don't have nothing to do with even so much as money. You have your own within your budget. You just have your own. Just like with me, I have friends that have so much more than I have, you know. And if I was a hater, I would have walked away from them a long time ago, because a lot of times when people can't stand it or they can't, it's unsettling. It's like, oh my God, this motherfucker is moving too fast. I can't keep up with them. They'll fall off. It's like, you know what? I love you, but I gotta love you from afar. Oh my God, your shit is so busy. I can't keep up. I'm dizzy. Well, if I was that type of an individual, then I would have walked away from a handful of my friends that have. I would have walked away. But, whoo, this video is everywhere. Oh my God, this video is everywhere. I'm not a hater. And I don't covenant another person's blessings. If that is something that God has bestowed upon you, I'm happy for you. I'm not going to walk away or, you know, get in the background or, you know, or any of those things. Okay? Um, but I've had that in my lifetime a time or two. And it's hurtful, you know, because it's like, well, damn. It was all good when you felt like a motherfucker was this and that, but you know, but then lo and behold, or God forbid, you do something that they are unable at the moment, you're going to find out what you're working with. Okay? You're going to find out what you're dealing with. And, you know, I've had power plays played on me. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And, you know, um, I don't like to be tested like, you can't do this without me. I've had that test. And I've had that test for some time. Let's see how far you go without me. And the thing is, a lot of times, well, I'm not gonna, oh my God, damn. Bottom line is, old boy came by over the weekend, last weekend. He came in here, we were chilling and kicking it. You know, so now he's getting a visual instead of a picture of my reality. Now he's seeing the birds in my nectar um, containers and my bird baths and all these different things that he's heard about for some time. Now you can put your hands on the things that you've only heard over the phone. So he was really digging it. I mean, he was like, oh my God, man, this is so cool. And you pay how much? He ain't forgot that shit. But see, the thing is, I talk a lot, you know, and you ask me a question about something. I'm not one to, you ask me something and it's like, oh, I can't tell you that. Oh my God, if I put you up on some shit, now it's gonna fuck up my flow. I ain't gonna get no more because I'm telling everybody where to go get it at. Now, I'm not that type of person. If I can help you in any type of way, I would share it with you if I feel as though it's going to help you grow or help your journey in some way, shape, or form. I can't hold it and keep it all for myself. That's just not the way life goes. You know, you have to be a giver and you have to share. And a lot of times when you're looking at your life and it's like, damn, why shit just ain't working right for me? How come I'm so behind the eight ball? Why is it that I have this omen on my back? Why am I riddled with bad luck? You know what? Sometimes you have to look at you and you have to look at your spirit. You have to look and see, if, am I a giver? I mean, do I share? Because actually, not to get biblical, but it is in the word that we are to be of service. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. So if I can be of service to someone, then I will do that. And I have done it. Matter of fact, my cousin called me yesterday and I haven't talked to him. Oh my God, here I go again. My cousin needed me yesterday. One of my cousins needed me yesterday. And he had never called me before in life. And I told him, I said, well, after I get done, because my son had to go sign up for football. I said, after I get done with handling this for my son, then I'll be by there. And when I tell you, mm, it is so moving to see a man in his feelings. This cousin has never called me before in life. We've never talked on the phone. Ever. I saw him a few weeks ago. We exchanged numbers. And, you know, he was like, man, cousin, we're going to come by and bring the kids by so the kids can come go swimming and all that stuff. And I was telling him that I'm having an end of the school year little get together for my kids and their friends and stuff from school. And we as the adults, we're going to cook and serve them and all that stuff and let them swim and, do what they do. Just kids. And so we exchanged telephone numbers because he has children and, he has a full family. And so we exchanged numbers and everything. And he called me yesterday and he was like, cousin. And so I told him that after I got done with what I had to do for Button, that I would call him and let him know that I'm on my way. And it just done something to me. It just done something to me. It really, really did. And the emotion behind it, and it wasn't about being used up or because for me, I feel as though if you ask of me and it's genuine and my spirit moved me a particular kind of way, then, I'm a giver. Let's just say that. And so it just put me in a different headspace. Ever since then, this just happened yesterday. And so, my cousin, he called me back later on last night. He was just in his feelings. He was like, cousin, I thank you so much. I thank you. And it isn't a fact of when you do something out of the goodness of your heart, it's not about a repayment or anything like that. It's just about being of service to someone else. So, anyway, that kind of got me in my feelings. It kind of got me in my feelings, so excuse me. Amongst other things. Because that right there, that picture shit fucked me up. I have not been right since then. And after he left my house, I have not called him since he left here. I haven't accepted any of his calls. I listened to maybe one, no, two of his voicemails. I haven't really answered his text because I'm just, that was not good for me. I mean, I understand where he was trying to go with things, and I understand that he was like, okay, well, if I'm opening up what I have to you, why can't you open up your world and your life to me? Well, I'm battling some trust issues. We are in a trying time. And right now, a lot of people need help. And when it's like that, if you can't help the whole motherfucking class, it's certain things that you just, you got to kind of, I can help as I can with people. And then what I can't do, I can't do. And sometimes it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it truly bothers me. And, you know, um, let's talk about something else. Let's just talk about something else. I haven't seen that motherfucker since that day. Um, he's been his somebody he knows, does, do this type of work. And so he was saying that that was the motivation. He was wanting to send, his family member these pictures, so then therefore he can see what we're working with. And then therefore, I can get this steam shower completed. My thing was, I don't want a fire behind my walls because you, for me, if I'm gonna do it right, let me do it right. I don't want to have this same issue again. And, no disrespect or nothing like that, but I don't need, no jackleg motherfucking mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama used to say, nigga under your hood make your car no good and shit like that. And, nigga rigging and shit like that. I don't need no nigga on that motherfucking brown and nigga because that shit is electrical. And I don't need no fire behind my walls. I don't mean no disrespect on nobody, but this is real shit, okay? Now, we get all of this motherfucking shit, all in this goddamn wall and all this tile and all this shit, and then it turn around and it be a fire or something behind the motherfucking walls because this nigga done ground my shit. And then therefore now all this shit got to be towed out and all that kind of shit. And now I'm gonna have a bigger problem. Now I gotta pay for this same fucking thing twice. I don't want to do that. Even if, it's just a $500 deductible on my insurance. No, I don't want to deal with this issue twice. I want somebody on this job that knows this job, that's very fluent on what's going on, and know this whole get down. He's a licensed contractor. He also knows some, on some electrical type shit because this right here, this is serious business. This is all I got. And this is my legacy that I'm leaving for my children. And so this is no game here. I take this shit very motherfucking serious. When it come down to all this right here, oh yeah, nigga, ain't no fun in games. Cause I'm straight that lioness. Okay? And they the ones that, them the ones that be holding down that whole motherfucking get up. You know what I mean? Yeah, them the ones right there. When it comes down to making sure shit is all the way good. Now that line, he gonna handle that. But she the one that you better look it up. So when it comes down to all of this, there's no fun in games. Ain't no funny. I'm serious about this. So I get where he was trying to go, was his thing. I get it now that the days have passed. But when I start putting everything together, part of my soul is saying, nigga, you was trying to come over here and see what the fuck I really was working with. Because you already kicked it out your mouth. I don't think you got it like that. Nigga, don't ever tell me no shit like that. Because challenges, I have no problem with them. You call me out, nigga, I'm that motherfucker. Okay, what we getting ready to do? Just like last night, one of my girls, Kim, excuse me, Kim. I came on last night. I did do some videos last night because she was trying to call me out. Well, get on, Auntie, we need a video. Girl, that video is so, oh my God. Look, I might have to throw a little bit in, just, give y'all a little snippet of it because let me tell you something. Nigga, I was all the way live. I was back here in my motherfucking element. I had put one up. Nigga, I was on some whole other shit. It was after 11 o'clock at night. I was tired too. Oh my God, that video is all over the motherfucking place. Oh my God, that shit is all over the motherfucking place. And this morning I couldn't even post that shit. I was like, okay, I can't even post it. I can't post that shit out, nigga. No. Hell no. You feel me? Anyway, so enough about all that. Um, so now what I'm looking for, I'm trying to research this Bobcat guy. The same guy that did my Bobcat work the last time. I'm done with that nigga. Bottom line is, I ain't seen or heard from that motherfucker since that day. It's me. Let me deal with this shit right here my way. You cannot impose and just come over here and just be trying to no. And then wait, let me tell you, y'all, before I get on, we're gonna talk about the Bobcat guy. Okay? But let me just get this off my spirit. I need to get it off my soul. You know what I'm saying? So I can let it go and release it. But let me tell you something. He ended up staying the night. He stayed the night. My daughter's friends. Those girls stayed the night. And my oldest, he had went out with some friends that night. And my youngest, he, of course, he was trying to see what was up with them girls. You understand? So I had a house of folks Saturday night. But of course, mainly we stayed back here or we were out there on the patio or whatever. How about the next motherfucking morning? Why I wake up that motherfucker out there, nigga? When I tell you, huh, that nigga was out there on my motherfucking lounger, laid all the way the fuck back, ironing over it, with a motherfucking glass of brown. That nigga was taking it. Do you understand me? When I tell you, and on top of that, he was parlayed. He was on his cell phone talking to his brother-in-law. Oh yeah, brother-in-law, whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop whoop whoop. Because when I woke up, of course I felt like, like, damn, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker actually stayed the night in my house last night. I'm tripping, right? But I'm like, okay, well, maybe he gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe that motherfucker gone. So I get up, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, immediately I get up, go to the bathroom and everything. And I was like, damn, I got to go get some milk. That's the first thing. I got kids in the house and shit. I'm not going to cook breakfast and all that old type of shit. Shit, I need to go get some milk. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I need to go get some milk. So I get up and I go to the bathroom and everything. And I'm like, damn, I guess he's gone. But then I noticed that some of his little shit was right here. Like I have like on the end at the end of my bed. You guys know I have a bench at the foot of my bed. So because when I nigga, I bowled that motherfucking right, went on to the bathroom, whatever, brushed my teeth, did all that right there. Then came back because I only wear my house shoes like these ones right here. I don't wear these outside of my room. These are my favorite. These are my favorite shoes, and I only wear these in my room. I have shoes that I wear in the other part of the house, and I have a different pair of shoes that are right here by my door that I wear to go outside. My own thing. It's a Virgo thing. Let me have that, okay? So I come back after brushing my teeth. I changed my shoes, and then I went in the other part of the house. I still didn't see him. So I'm in there surveying and stuff, and my son, he slept in the den on the sectional. He was on one side, and my oldest son was on the other side. The girls were all back there in the room, and I still didn't see him. So I was like, okay, nigga, I was on some coffee, yeah, Folgers in your cup, yeah, but nigga, it was Tim Hortons. Let me just go and say that. Shout out, yeah, I was having me a little Hortons. Anyway, so I had got me, was making me a cup of coffee, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess he's gone. I look out the window, and I saw his truck out there. So I was like, okay, well, he's still here, but I didn't see him. He was not in my room. And I'm like, okay, I know this motherfucker gonna go in my office, but I didn't even look in the office. I just, came out of the room and up the hallway. Everything is quiet. The house is still. I make me a cup of coffee. I come back. I come on through my room and shit. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he in the back. I come through. I open up the back. This motherfucker is laid out. Do you understand me? He laid all the way out. I promise you. He got the whole motherfucking iron and shit out. Now, I have a bar here in the den. But he wasn't on my bar. That nigga had. That's why. Oh